Hello and welcome to the final 9 of the Open at Austin presented by Flight Factory Discs. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your two hotkeys.
Honk. We have 9 more holes at the open course at Harvey, Penick. Total course redesign if you're joining us for the first time for some reason.
Psychopath.
Yeah. Owen Scoggins, story of the weekend, just lighting it up. Came in with a 2-stroke lead, has extended it to 9 strokes in a very short amount of time. Look at that. All green, no bogeys. Fire.
Cat Mertsch came out strong the first 2 rounds. She's struggling a little bit more today, but mental game is strong. She's still fighting her way back. Kristen Tatar from the chase car coming in into second place. Missy Gannon looking solid as a rock out there, but just not quite able to capitalize on every birdie or par look.
Hole 10 is a downhill par 3, 315 feet. It is an island hole with a very favorable drop zone. If you do not land safe, it is a mandatory drop zone. You see forehands, you see backhand slow speed discs. It was a left to right wind, so I like the backhand a little bit more. Or if you do the sidearm, a slower speed disc that doesn't catch the wind and skip out of bounds. We just saw Kristen throw her harp and birdie this one. She is 6 down through 10, so same score as Owen, but 1 hole ahead. And still 9 strokes back.
Oh, that's so crazy. Owen had trouble with this one yesterday as well. A different wind today, and it really highlights the angle. She seems to stomp the tee pad.
This was her only bogey of the round yesterday, right?
Yep.
Missy going stable guy, Z Raptor, low stable shot.
I feel like wet tee pads have been just like the theme of 2024 so far.
Yeah, that's true. Great shot from Missy.
Everyone's going to be so good at throwing with their arm.
Cat trying to go slower speed. AVR 3 here gets a little bit of flip.
I love how that disc flips up. She does too.
Little breath of relief there. And you can see the wind starting to pick up.
Henna really good at low linear shots, trusting this hyzer, and it is perfect right under the branches of the tree, checking out nicely. Three for 4 on the island. Owen going to have to try to save par from the drop zone.
This one.
The stomp
got
away.
her. But like the smile stomp.
Yeah.
Like you can't be too mad.
She's like, oh, only 1 hole has my number out here.
Henna with a strong bid from circle 2. Cat with a tester in the wind here. Bounces.
Strong side.
Bounces.
Commentary.
Wind.
Honk. Missy, birdie.
And that feels good after that rough wooded stretch. And I believe this is when the lightning delay happened. Not quite yet, but get ready. Owen with the only bogey of the round so far. Very similar to yesterday. I love how low Missy threw this.
Yeah, super committed.
Only 8 strokes now, separating Owen from Kristen.
Moving on to hole 11, a par 5, 900 feet. Love how this one's designed. That downhill right to left sloping fairway makes backhands really difficult. The farther you get, the easier this second shot is. You want to land something right in this area, but it's just such a small little landing zone. It's never easy, and you're usually throwing a distance driver to get there. Your third to this green, very well protected by some low-hanging branches, out of bounds all the way around the outside, and an elevated basket to boot.
To boot.
Now do-si-do.
Missy hangs this out over OB just how you want to. It's the ESP drive. I don't think I've seen her throw this disc yet. Perfect.
Cat, risky. Hyzer flipping. And it checks up.
Grab your partner round and round.
She knows that that's living on the edge.
Cat is so animated.
Yeah, I was about to say she's a literal cartoon character.
Yeah.
Henna not quite putting this out wide as last time, but is this another slow speed disc?
It's a Thunderbird, I believe.
Okay.
So
That's
she
fine.
does get it to flip just enough, and she has gone kind of aggressive in previous days. So I kind of like that she's just chilling. She has landed safe every day, but then has gone OB on her second shot both days in very different spots.
Just spiking one in the middle.
Just bouncing around out there.
Mm-hmm.
Both as a person and her discs. Just bouncy.
Mm-hmm. This is a very technical second shot. You do have to carry that OB own right along the line. Skipping and...
Yeah, man, that happens. It feels like more often than not if you don't get all the way past the corner.
Yeah, you have to carry it a little further over that OB. She can still save a par here, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty big third shot, but she definitely can do it.
Missy, that disc flips up a lot.
Yeah, I like that she's kind of pushing that right side hard. It feels a little scary, but that's the way to land safe.
Mm-hmm. That shot always feels so good.
Oh,
Landing
yeah.
it safe.
Yes, it
You
does.
feel like a champion.
You're like, oh, am I the best at this? The best there's ever been? And Henna trying to keep this one in bounds, makes the correction from the previous days. She's way up there.
Yeah, out driving everyone's second shot by 80 feet.
I don't know, Cat Mertsch. What is she thinking? She thinking eagle? No.
Is she going big?
No, I don't think so. No. Okay.
This is going to be flirting with OB.
Yeah, it's risky. Needed to hang that out to the right more. Similar to Missy, will have a chance, to save par. What do you think, like 300-ish?
Yep.
Blind?
Maybe, yeah, 280, 275, 280.
Ooh,
Oh,
man.
my goodness.
I want to know the inches of how close Owen has been to OB, like throughout the tournament. Flirty.
Yeah, she's really playing the width. And that, I think, is the horn. We had a little front move through during the round.
And we're going to do something magical for you. We're going to make an hour and 45 minutes pass by in seconds.
You can say thank you in the comments.
Everyone going to mark their lie.
And we're back. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, man.
Doesn't even look like...
Nothing even happened. It was, I didn't actually clock it, but it was definitely closer to 2 hours than one.
Yeah, it was 140.
And Missy looks like she was nice and warm. Also, the way it happened, there wasn't really a lot of time to warm back up. Like you were kind of just jogging to your hole.
Yeah, on Tournament Sunday, everyone's trying to cram in. There's no extra morning time we have on Monday to be able to finish, so it gets a little wild when we have bad weather on Sundays.
But props to the tournament staff. Like, they did everything the right way to keep everyone safe.
Cat catches a tree that keeps her safe.
Yeah, she's thrilled. Own big putt for par save. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Can you tell that she's not warmed up anymore?
No mistake shows. It's just, yeah, straight from the car right into a circle 2 putt on an
Yeah.
elevated basket.
Yes, own. Henna for birdie.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
And Henna takes her first breath in 6 holes. No, that really does feel good, though.
It sure does.
Missy with a great birdie, 2 in a row. And a good par save from Kat, who was OB. Kristen with the current hot round still at 6, still 8 strokes back of own. Hole 12, double mandatory hole. It's par 3, 310 feet. The wind was pretty right to left, so kind of either throwing a flip up or a turnover out towards the right and letting the wind kind of help skip you towards the pin. It feels a little longer than 310 just because you can't really work like your typical hyzer play. There is OB right that you can find if you really turn something over, but I wouldn't say it's a common mistake. Most common mistake is probably hyzering too much out to the left side, leaving yourself a circle 2 putt. It's a nice little flip up from Missy. It's a thrasher. I feel like we actually haven't seen one of those in a second.
Was this mostly just right to left or a little bit heady?
It was
as
mostly
well?
right to
Okay.
left, at least when I came through. Henna hanging this one out really far to the right. Need some ground play here.
Some really nice overstability on that disc.
Yeah, it's another champion Thunderbird, and she's inside the circle. And this is the mistake I was talking about. It's easy to just hyzer way over here. There's no OB, but at only 310, you're really wanting a putt at this one.
Kat just so much power on and so much spin on her discs. That thing went way past. Own hyzering as well, but it checks up.
Yeah, she had that little bit of flex on it. I think that really helped there. Kat playing a different hole than everyone else. Coming back at it.
And some great touch on that approach.
Yeah, that was into a bit of a headwind. As well done.
Own forced to straddle around this big tree.
Dang, girl.
Gosh, dude.
Was that just outside?
Yes, she's inhuman.
Wide straddle to the side of the tree. Dang. The last 2 putts were insane. After just sitting around for almost 2 hours.
How many of those 2 hours do you think she spent putting?
I mean, you weren't really allowed outside, so unless she was putting in her very small van.
Missy catching the top of the cage, not quite able to get it into the chains. Kat with a little bit of work left to do for her par as well. A quarter of the field got this hole.
Ooh, Kat squeaks it in there. Missy in for her par. Own, the only birdie on the lead card. She's playing lights out.
And I think the only birdie on Chase card as well.
Wow.
Crazy.
Such a committed putt. Goes back to 6 down. Tied for the hot round with Kristen. 9 strokes. Dude.
And this course is so punishing. Hole 13, 315 feet. I think this is one of the more gettable holes on the day. You have to cross this big ravine. There's that out of bounds green on the right-hand side. Wind really does play a factor in how difficult this tee shot is and how close you can get it to the basket. Thankfully, it's a little squatty basket, not elevated, and not a lot of things you have to worry about here as long as you land in that wide open area.
Important update, that little black half circle in the map truly is just a spare tire in that ravine. I just needed everyone to know that.
Accurate art on the tee signs. We love to see it.
Oh, and throwing the flex line, getting the really favorable roll.
Just a perfect little roll.
I mean, it was a great shot regardless, but now it's an easy putt.
I like how Owen still is surprised every time the disc just works out.
Even though it's every time.
Even though it's every time. Missy with a good-looking hyzer shot. That's coming in just a little deep of the basket.
Had a lot of speed on it. She's going to be inside the circle a little deep. That was a Zeus.
And so good at these hyzer lines.
She's good at all the lines.
Yeah, she legitimately looks like a disc golf machine when she throws it. Like error 0.
Just has to calibrate the putt. Cat also going Firebird, as did Henna. Big old spiky guy.
And Cat, the opposite of Henna. Just
emotion only.
Just like wild form, wild disc selection, but it works. Doesn't even look at the basket before putting. Nice little step putt.
Missy.
Strong side.
Yep. Missy for a birdie. Looks like she wasn't quite able to get her full legs into the putt. A little obstructed by that wiggly tree.
Oh, and CTP.
Is she?
Oh, wait, Henna. Doesn't matter. She still got a birdie.
Yeah, you're right. Psyched.
About half the field got this birdie.
I just realized that Missy was all green and has a shamrock on her hat. St. Patrick's Day. I didn't notice that earlier. It's not like I've been staring at her and judging everything she does.
Our only job is to watch Missy. Henna getting another birdie as well.
And similar to yesterday, kind of a rough start, but then picking it up, gaining some momentum here on the back.
Two birdies, 2 pars. And we head back into the woods.
Oh, and 7 down.
Our whole chase card kind of slowing their roll. We haven't had a check-in in a minute as we move to hole 14 and 465 feet. An out-of-bounds line on the left-hand side that is legitimately terrifying. For this shot, to be a backhand, God, you want to land something right. A forehand is the perfect thing to do that. The more right you are, the more open the gap is. You can throw whatever you want to this green basket on an anthill, no out of bounds to worry about.
I'm really glad that you took that flyover, even though it was my turn. I really couldn't have said it better.
It wasn't even my turn.
Own doing the backhand that is good to do on this hole here.
And
that's great.
She executes it really well.
Henna with a slower speed disc, it looks like. Let me double check here. Yeah, rock 3 catches and kicks, but luckily does not kick out of bounds. Gonna be possible to birdie, but really difficult. Most likely a par. Missy with a really beautiful backhand here. Piers
Wow.
the line.
Gets way down there. Thrasher in the woods. We love to see it.
Cat, I don't know. I don't know, man. What's she thinking?
No one taking the forehand route.
As he said, no.
Aw.
And that is why most women take the right side. The left side can get you way up there for an easy birdie, but man, it feels risky. High risk, no reward for Cat Mertsch.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Henna trying to get all the way to the green. She knows there was a chance she catches those last two little guardian trees.
Yeah, that was looking great. It like skipped between them. Look how skinny it is.
Yeah, she hit both of them. Cat, even after the OB stroke, just going to have to pitch out. Can't get up and down to save par.
On lining up this right side, it's a cool gap. Most women going out the left.
Ooh, swoopy.
Ooh.
And just checks up perfectly.
Just rolls right to it.
Just,
You think she goes out there and trains them to bounce around?
Legitimately. She gets to know the green. She finds just like that one little bump you have to hit.
She just knows her disc better than anyone else, it feels like.
Missy coming in hot.
Yeah, she'll have a bit of work left to do, but she's putting for birdie.
Cat's fourth, just an easy little pitch up to the green.
Smooth.
There were only 6 birdies on hole 14 today.
Yeah, it played a little harder all weekend than I expected, honestly.
Yeah, you just have to be in such a perfect spot to get out of this gap.
Mm-hmm. Henna pitches up for hopefully an easy par here.
Missy with a headwind and an uphill putt. A really terrible combo. That's a nice little checkup.
It's a good run. Difficult to make yourself run those and put too much air under the disc. You just blow by so easily.
I love how Missy commits to black putters.
Yeah.
I never really thought about that. She always uses black putters.
Well,
It's her thing.
it's our day for noticing things about Missy. Do you know she's married?
A nice par from Henna. And Cat's going to have to settle for a bogey after an early out of bounds. 35% of the field taking a bogey on this one probably is from that exact thing.
Man, Own is just light years ahead of the rest of her card. And also still so far ahead of Kristen.
And just still stacking them up.
Just, yeah. I mean, why not? Gosh, she's literally 14 strokes ahead of her closest competitor on her card.
When I say this is how you do golf too, that's what I mean. Because
Yes.
she's playing only against herself. She's trying, I bet you $10 she's trying to beat her own score and that's it.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like, most people would take their foot off the gas, even subconsciously, just because no one's even close to touching her.
Yep.
Hole 15 is a par 3, 345 feet. The kind of trees on the right off the tee pad force a little bit of a flex. It was a favorable left to right wind today, so you could throw a hyzer flip or just an anhyzer that turns gently. You want to make sure it doesn't turn over too far, and cut roll is probably the main mistake, or just going nose up and hyzering out early. There is OB you can find if you really blast something deep.
What was the wind doing today? You said?
Left to right.
Left to right, okay.
At least when I came through, which was before the delay.
That's a nice little wind for this shot. You want it. It's cool for it to be able to help turn the disc a little bit late in the flight.
Just like this.
I like how Henna drives the bus and her follow through, getting it to come back to the green.
Missy turning this Thrasher over nicely. Oh, yeah.
Speaking of knowing your discs well.
Cat threw a Thunderbird yesterday. It looks like this is a Halo something or other that is a bit more stable.
Had some nice high-speed turn, but also very quickly faded.
You heard of the something or other from Innova?
They're always coming out with new discs.
Oh, I'm just going to lay up here. She has 15 strokes to give away. It's not that many. What is it? 11. She's 11 strokes, I believe, over
Not
Kristen.
that far off.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't even barely exaggerating.
Oh, Kat giving it a great run and dealing with a mean little roll.
See a lot of those on this hole.
Our apologies if we're not trying to make it so exhilarating in the booth here, but 11 strokes is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen like
that dominant of a win.
Huge blowout like this. No.
I think this is the most difficult green on the course. I saw more putting woes here than I did anywhere else.
I guess I did see the most rollaways here.
Mm-hmm. Kat finally sneaks one in for bogey. We all hate a 3-putt. There were only 8 birdies today on hole 15. Strange. I feel like that's lower than I would have expected.
Looks like the wind died down nicely here for Henna. Man. It's just rough. Missy for her birdie.
Yeah, from right around the bullseye's edge.
Henna showing her frustration here.
Relatable.
Oh, just bouncing around.
Absolutely destroying the competition. I think I'd be a little bouncy too.
Yeah. And
giddy.
Missy overtaking Henna there, who drops to 5th. Missy in a tie for 3rd with Kat Mertsch. Kristen holding on to 2nd.
Hole 16, 320 feet. Looks like a headwind, huh?
Sure was.
And a nice turnover that is very difficult in these conditions. It plays a little longer than 320. The main things you want to worry about are just those hazard bunkers on the left-hand side. If you throw something overstable, try to flex it, it could come back and get a little skippy into those and make putting very difficult to save par.
The headwind definitely made this one a bit tough, although it doesn't look bad right now.
No, it looks pretty calm.
Yeah, again, I played all these before the delay, so my information might not be totally accurate. Dang,
wow.
Missy! Woo.
The delay did her good. She probably went and had a couple snackies.
That was another thrasher. Yeah, I think I heard an interview, actually, where she talked about her snackies.
Snackies, maybe some dog pets.
Yeah. And, dog pats. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Snacks and pats.
Is Henna going faster here?
No, I was actually just going to say this is a champion roadrunner.
Oh.
Just displaying perfect control. And I think, is she outside the circle just a little bit?
Unfortunately, glues.
Yeah. I feel like that should have been a bit more rewarded. It was a great line. And this needs to sit.
Doesn't quite hold in the wind as much as she maybe wants, but it's pin high, just a step outside the circle.
Henna, I feel like giving these longer ones a bit stronger of runs.
Yeah, a little more comfortable here.
What a reaction. I'm glad we get to see this again. Like off the right side, nubs and bounces in. Really strong looking bid here. Wow.
Doing a little dance on the rim. Relief.
Yeah, always nice to sink a big one when it hasn't been the best putting day. Own from 50-ish.
Why
Jeez.
not?
I mean,
Why not?
Yeah. Get it, girl. You're right. She probably is trying to beat herself from yesterday.
Yeah, she's an absolute freak.
Back-to-back slow mezzes? Yes, please. Just so pure in the heart.
Perfect nose down right over the rim.
Cat leaves
No
her
way.
birdie bid short and gets another roll. Shorter one this time than the last hole.
Rude. There we go.
And it like makes me uncomfortable when people don't mark with a mini.
Why?
I don't know. I get nervous for them.
Oh.
Like, what if you miss short because you didn't mark it?
I'm the opposite. If you need those 8 inches, then
I
you
need
shouldn't
them.
be out there.
I need them. I need every inch I can get.
Kristen,
Own it, 9 down.
yeah, Kristen's still holding on. Hasn't quite grabbed any more birdies since we last checked in the front 9.
Hole 17 is a par 4 for the FPO. There's a mandatory on the right, OB line on the left. Both can come into play if you're not careful. I like the backhand hyzer flip up that drifts right. You can also do a turnover. It's a tight sidearm, but you can make that work too. You want to get as close as possible to the MPO pin and then kind of pitch through the woods. There's one primary gap on the left. There's a couple sneaky ones on the right side. Elevated pin can be windy out here on a bit of a hill as well. Haven't seen a ton of birdies.
Chase card check-in.
Oh, Kristen
Speaking of,
Tatar. Where have you been?
Look at this forehand. It's perfect. That right side is the better side to be on as well.
She's landed there every day.
It just gives you a couple more options. None of them are great, but there's just more of them.
Yeah, and it's safe the whole time. The backhand feels a little risky off the tee. Wow.
She did the same thing yesterday.
She punched through quite a few branches to park that one. That was sweet.
Almost a carbon copy. Nice.
Is Kristen bogey free? I think so.
That could be the case.
Yeah, it could be a fact for
Yep.
all of you to maybe know.
Yep, she is bogey free.
Nice.
Isn't it crazy that that's still not good enough? Kristen Tatar bogey free.
Missy gonna be OB right there. It's kind of tight on that tree. Can be tough to scramble for par from over there.
This is such a scary backhand tee shot. That little skinny corner tree is right there in the way if you accidentally work the disc instead of let the disc do the work.
I actually think it's a scarier forehand for the reason we just saw, because those trees ahead on the right, the two skinny ones, kind of block the shot, make you throw the flex.
Owen makes a mistake, but it works.
She's winning by, it might be 15 at this point. Henna with a great backhand drive.
Cat gonna try to hyzer flip a backhand.
This is a destroyer.
Okay,
She's
no
going
flexi.
huge.
All right.
Early out of her hand, lands safe.
Good reaction, but the frustrations have set in. Watching 2 rollers on the green, that's enough to get anybody, especially when you're already fighting for your life.
Cat's still trying to make something happen here. That's huge.
Yes. Oh.
So close. Great shot. A little bit of a throwing hope over there.
What was she doing with that log?
I think she's about to bench out of anger. Maybe some power squats.
Yeah.
Own with the flexiest lines in the game.
Circle 2. Missy after the OB stroke and gonna sneak one up the left-hand side.
Yeah, this is a really tough shot. You can see the footing too, not ideal. Missy doesn't care. She's just gonna lace something down there to 15 feet.
That's one of the shots of the weekend.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Oh, good. I'm probably gonna
Yay.
see it again. So tight. Not ideal footing at all.
Just the most beautiful hyzer flip, too.
And if she missed that branch, she would be even closer. Wow.
Henna with the furthest drive. She has a nice gapped throw through.
Does she?
Yeah.
It's there. Okay, it's there.
It exists.
Let's call it nice.
Beats the one tree you have to.
Cat floating one up there. Gonna save par. So close to getting a birdie look. Is Own thinking about... Okay.
She's playing herself.
I'm honestly surprised she didn't run it. Just for funsies.
I feel like the crowd was probably yelling, "Run it!"
Probably.
That's Own fans.
Henna not messing with it either. Playing for position at this point.
Yeah, headwind, elevated basket. I don't blame her. Missy with such a great par save.
Yeah.
There was only 3 birdies on this hole. We saw Kristen get it, Sheila May, Lai, and Vanessa Van Dyken.
Look at Shelly May.
Shelly
She
May.
goes by Shelly.
Shelly May Lay?
Lie.
Lai? Okay. We're all learning here together.
I wouldn't know unless I played with her.
Love all the new faces out here as well. Texas with 53 women at this event. It's so awesome.
Yeah, and I believe we have a field of over 100 for U.S. Women's coming up next week.
Yes, we do.
Ooh. Own beating her card mates by at least 15. Beating Kristen Tatar by 9. Wait, 11.
Yep.
Jesus, math. Wow.
And we finish out with hole 18, a par 5, 685, another wooded hole. Out of bounds all the way down the right and left side. The left side line is pulled back into the woods a little bit, though, so you're going to have to do some scrambling if you end up over there. This is a really cool hole, but has played pretty difficult every day. Looks like the FPO field kind of figured it out today, only about 0.15 over par today, with 25% of the field getting it. A fun finishing hole. Let's watch Kristen do it from the chase card.
That's looking pretty solid. Just needs to not fade too much to the left.
With that tee shot, you think she was chasing the eagle?
I mean, it wasn't crazy aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
Is this about to be?
It's pretty far still. Oh, she's doing it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like she was chasing it, but those trees on the right-hand side getting in the way. Thankfully, it lays down, doesn't go out of bounds. And here's the classic little scrambly shot to the green we see on hole 18 all the time.
Kristen currently 7 down, which was the hot round of day 1. Yesterday, obviously, Owns 13 down was the hot round. I'm trying to think of who was behind her. Was it a 7 or an 8?
It was an 8.
8.
Mm-hmm.
So Kristen squeaks it in for an 8 down.
And a great weekend for Kristen.
I believe she averaged 1,000 exactly.
Yep. Just really tough to keep up with Own.
Yeah.
In her current state.
But she finished at 15 down, so no one on the lead card here going to be able to catch her. Missy catches early. Own, what do you think? Chasing the eagle?
That's not her game plan.
No, I think quite a few women actually kind of took some off on this hole just to play for the easy birdie. That was a great shot.
Own doesn't get eagles. She just gets 100,000 birdies.
Mm-hmm. Henna, maybe a bit of a slip, kind of pulled to the right, but that's not bad. Birdie's still in play from there.
I think she was trying to go huge. She had an eagle look yesterday. Probably wanted another crack at it. This is such the most perfectly tight little tee shot. I was going to say that corner tree is just right in the right spot. Cat finding it. If she missed that, it was going to go a country mile.
An Arkansas mile. Yeah, that tree really is in the perfect placement.
Oh my God. Taking the inside.
2 inside. Oh, gets away with it. You stressed? High risk, baby.
Yes.
And scores are tight here for third place. Missy's second. She's in the best position right now for that podium finish.
Do you like it more on the right side in the second half of the fairway? Or
Honestly, both are so workable.
Both are fine?
Yeah, as long as you're... I think the left is probably slightly better unless you go way, way right.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, in bounds on the second shot, you're happy. Wow.
Wow. I say she's not going for eagle.
Huge shot.
She's within range.
That should be an easy birdie if she wants it. She could also lay up 10 times and still win.
Kat working that right side. Again, risky.
I loved it.
Me too.
Missy showing us the right.
That rain just starting to fall as our lead card gets through the round.
Wow. That was great.
This is making for like a really lovely, like kind of dramatic finish. With the rain.
For the podium.
Yeah.
Not
cinematic.
for cinematic. There we go.
Cinematic is the word I'm looking for.
Henna skipping a hyzer around the right side and puts it inside the bullseye.
Nice.
For a birdie.
Nope. A nice little chip up to the green, and Owen has nothing to worry about here.
Oh, man. What a tournament. To go back-to-back hot rounds, you know, even if she doesn't make that putt, she still has the hot round of the day, is insane. Missy outside circle 2.
So only 7 people finished under par today.
Wow.
And the next behind Owen shooting a 10 down today was Kristen Tatar. Everyone after that was like 4 to 5 strokes below. Crazy.
Kat, a rough day at +6 and a bogey finish. But I liked the attitude she had out there, the strong mental game. Oh, no. Henna.
Oh, man.
And now a longer one coming back for par. And get this lady off the course.
Yeah.
Live to fight another one.
Get her a snacky.
Just the putting. Her throw's looking amazing. I believe Henna and Kat gonna finish in a tie for 4th with that one. Natalie Ryan eagled the last hole also to slide into that tie for 4th. But the story of the weekend, the story of all of our hearts, Owen Scoggins. Your Open at Austin champion. Let's go, Owen.
Let's hear it for your 2024 The Open at Austin champion, presented by Flight Factory Disc.
Owen, you just had the best rated average of any FPO player ever. The highest tournament ever, Owen. What does that feel like?
It's feel amazing. I still blow my mind. It's crazy because last year I played so bad on this course. I still remember I got 16th place. I come here this weekend. I didn't have any high expectation. The people were so nice. I love them all. You know, even rainy people coming out and cheer us. And I don't know. It's just like I said, when your week is your week, isn't it?
And Texas looks good on own.
It sure does. And it is definitely her week. Wow.
What'd you say the average was all weekend?
1029.
9.
Yep.
The highest ever, as Nate Perkins stated. Unreal.
It's crazy. I mean, she's 42? She's winning Masters world titles left and right. And she's still just coming and beating everyone
Stomping
up.
them.
Yeah.
Just annihilating.
Even Kristen Tatar. By 11 strokes.
Yeah.
My gosh. Missy Gannon playing really solid to slide into that third place position behind Kristen Tatar, also playing unbelievable golf all weekend. And we had, what was a 3-way tie for fourth?
Yeah, Henna, Kat, and Natalie.
And like I said earlier, there was only 7 people that shot under par today with the conditions, with the rain delay. So it's even more impressive that Owen's going to shoot double digits when there's only 7 doing under par.
And back-to-back double digits.
That's how you do golf, folks.
That is how you do golf.
Congrats, Owen. We're so happy for you. Signing off, thanks again to Flight Factory and to the team at Austin Open. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the Two Hot Geese.
Honk.